Greetings, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I pray that everyone has been having a fabulous day. I'm excited to get into the reading for this week. Last week, the energies were extremely high, extremely supportive of us getting into our inner child and really being in that childlike state. Now, when I went to do a review for the week, I actually really felt like all of that energy was kind of counterbalancing some of those more lower vibrational energies that were present and allowing us to move through what could have been a very difficult week very swiftly. So I pray that everyone experienced the lighter end of that. And if not, I pray that this week you're able to use these energies a little bit differently so that it can support you more efficiently in ways that you would really desire. So the overview of this week, and again, this is for general 18 and up. But the overview for this week is Dreamer 5 and Dreamer Princess. So we're talking about hope discarded and the gift of telling. Um, Immediately, this is about a releasing, a changing of the mind, and especially those beliefs and things that have really kind of structured how you've been, who you've seen yourself as, the ways that you have related and been with other people is really calling for you to kind of cut away, release, let go of those aspects of yourself that no longer serve you. Right? You have completed a phase, you're moving into this new phase, this transition that's taking place, especially around the mind, around communication. So this week you may find that you come to just certain spaces where you are no longer willing to put up with certain ways of communicating, certain ways of relating. You realize just certain ways of thinking or being just are no longer serving you, or they have not been for a long time. And you finally get the courage and you feel the strength necessary to finally cut those things away and let them go. Now you also have the gift of telling, and from here, what I'm really feeling is that this is talking about the promises on the wind, so to speak. So basically, those things that you have been being told were coming, those feelings or those messages that have been kind of in the wind, they've been on their way. They are arriving, they are showing up in this shifting and in this changing. They have a lot to do with why things are shifting and changing and the areas that they're shifting and changing in. So based on the areas that that you've been putting in work, based on the areas that you've been receiving divine messages, or maybe you've had readings that talked about certain shifts and changes in particular areas of your life, you can expect for those same areas to be the areas where you are releasing my mental communication kind of things, so that you can be in fuller alignment, really in a space of acceptance around this new space and the things that are coming into your circle. So expect a lot of change, a lot of shifting energies this week, a lot of transformations. Make sure that you're taking your time to focus on your health and maintaining your own self-care so that you can kind of navigate these energies as they are shifting and changing on the higher, more lighter side of them in terms of experience. Now, when we look at the actual week, we have Warrior 2, Power Awakes, the Empress, number 3, and then we have the Moon card. And so the first card, I'm looking at it as the beginning of the week. So this is Tuesday. So this was like Sunday, Monday energy, part of Tuesday. But really, we experienced an energy awakening, coming alive, new ideas, new thoughts, receiving some clarity around some things that really kind of have the ability at least to balance out the playing field in terms of, if you're worried about something, maybe you've gotten some information that kind of helps to level out some of that worry. Or maybe you have learned to shift the way that you're moving so that you can ground yourself and you're not carrying that nervous energy. But regardless, there is a lot of insight here. There is a lot of connecting and communication that's taking place between these energies on a number of different realms, whether we're talking about energetically, whether we're talking about mentally or emotionally. There is a connection that's taking place because there is a connection that has been made. And so there's going to be a lot being coming, I almost want to say full circle, but just more clarity coming, more certainty coming, more grounded energy coming that allows for these matched energies to show up and really be ready to be used and utilized in our life. So that is the beginning of the week. Now, as we are looking into the middle portion of the week, that's going to be the end of Tuesday, Wednesday, a little bit of Thursday energy in there. We have the Empress card, and the Empress, what stands out the most to me are the cycles that she's going through. And when we looked at the overview talked about the gift of telling. It talked about these shifting and changes taking place. And then also the Dreamer 5, it talks about the mind, the communication, that air energy, and the shifting and changes that's taking place there. So here, at number 3 with the Empress card really speaks to the creativity as well and being in flow. This is not necessarily like this is not cardology. I was getting ready to say this is a Queen of Hearts kind of vibe a little bit, but this is not cardology. But it's got that very maternal energy and the acceptance of the cycles. It's like the cycles is what stands out the most, and the birthing and the release of these cycles. And so expect for the energies during the middle of the week to be a little to pick up a little bit more. You may have been more kind of to yourself, more internal towards the beginning of the week, but then towards the middle of the week it feels like you are kind of beginning to integrate these things. You could find that you're getting your footing in some new area or just in your life period, and really beginning to see physical signs or the physical manifestations of things that you've been working towards, but also coming to a greater space of clarity and groundedness in terms of what needs to be let go of to give way to new life. So I see a lot of decisions and things around that. And in that way, it's going to bring in this new energy from the inside out. So now we're looking at the last part of the weekend, and that is the moon card. And so again, there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of connection, there's a lot of also there's a lot of support, right? There's a lot of support and really leaning into that faith and trusting what that promise is. You have been the universe has sent messages and signs and confirmations in numerous different ways about what it is that is getting ready to take place in your life and what is taking place in your life and the direction that you're needing to go. And so sometimes if we get to a point where we feel we don't have those answers, it means that we need to get quiet and we need to get still. So also use this energy to connect. Use this energy to kind of touch back, whether it be to the universe or your ancestors or your higher self. Use this energy to connect. I'm actually running a mediumship and channeled reading special right now. It's $100, which with an additional 3 questions that you can ask. And it's going to be going for the rest of this month. So if that's something that you would love to receive, I would love to provide it. But yeah, so this moon card, there's a lot of magic and a lot of energy in this building period. It's almost like it's not even building necessarily on the physical, but because it feels like on the physical there are going to be a lot of manifestations coming, but there's like a fortifying on a spiritual and energetic level that's taking place and happening that's going to really provide strong foundation and strong walls for what's moving forward. You're going to be able to move forward in your life in a much stronger, much more powerful, grounded and certain kind of way. So there will also be some new opportunities and things that are going to be coming in. And these opportunities and these resources, finances are going to be coming in. Relationships are going to be coming in from or being guided in from your ancestors, from other realms, other spaces that are here to support the transformation that's taking place, not just in the world, but in your life specifically as well. So really be in a space of having an open heart and being willing to receive the divine messages that are coming, being willing to receive the support, and really trust in who it is that you are. I feel like this week, the test is really going to be about self. It's going to be about who it is and how it is that you've been, and the integrity that you're willing to stand in, with yourself. And if you're willing to do those things, if you've been willing to do those things, and those are areas that you've been focused on in terms of just bringing greater clarity, greater harmony, greater integrity to, you're going to be receiving a lot of really beautiful manifestations and things I feel that are going to really hit you in a heart space, and a space that brings up a lot of emotion and causes you to continue to have mental shifts and changes. So I really wouldn't be surprised if moving forward through the rest of this year, we have a lot of energy and things moving around the mind, and shifting of ideas and knowledge and things coming out and that kind of thing. It's just been a lot of mental energy, a lot of emotional energy, but just that mental energy is just really standing out right now. So expect this week to be transformative. Make sure that you're setting your intentions. Make sure that you are being open and being willing to be in communication and connection, being willing to release and let go, and being willing to lean into the faith of this promised newness, this new birth, these new manifestations, these new relationships and people in our lives, and new opportunities that are coming in. And be open to how that looks, because some of the things that you wanted to happen, the way you wanted them to happen, are based on ideas, thoughts, beliefs, communications, and connections that are not harmonious with your truth. So be open to them coming to you in a way that really serves you the best, and be in a space of gratitude. Because even in all of these intensities and all of these energies, you are being looked after and watched over. And this time really is something um, to expand your own vibrations into, with powerful intention, because you are having the opportunity to basically create yourself, to basically take all of the things that you've been preparing and building and putting together and practicing and all of those things. You're doing all of these things at the end of the day because you are shifting the frequency, the being that you are. Because there is a grander shifting that's taking place in the world and in the worlds that we operate within. And so make sure that you're getting in flow, make sure that you're getting into alignment, make sure that you're paying attention to your intuition. And if you feel like that's something that you need work on, take it in baby steps and don't overwhelm yourself, so that you can actually do the movement that's necessary and do the healing and receive the clarity that you're requiring. All right, so that is going to be it for this week. I pray that you all have had a wonderful day, or having a wonderful day. I pray that your week goes extraordinarily well. I pray that our minds are clear and are whole. And by the end of this week, we are celebrating the new spaces that we are in, the new mental spaces and emotional spaces, and the celebrating the release of all that no longer serves us, and really being in the recognition of that joy. So, with that, I'm going to close out. Make sure that you all like, subscribe, and follow. If you all would like to schedule a reading, all of that information in terms of services, prices, and contact information will be down below in the description. Definitely check that out. My page is going through a lot of transformations and stuff. I've just had a lot of technological things coming up, and so I've just kind of had to go with the flow. But either way, we're going to get this work out and we're going to do what we need to do. So I pray that you all have enjoyed the reading. I pray that you got something from it. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, and we will catch up again next week. All right, bye.